Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGN LP, and we're back with a brand new series here today, and it's a series I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and this is a new Road to Show character. This is the first Road to Show character here on ESGNet LP, and as you know, we have several here there on the main channel. I'll leave the links, try to leave the links down below for those series. There's one of myself, Rashad Bolden. Of course, there's a series there of Simon Unger, another one of mine, and there's just a whole plethora of characters. And originally, this series was supposed to be on the main channel, but I decided to put some baseball here on the second channel because we're going to gear up to some more baseball coming up here later on as we get closer and closer to MLB 21, which will be coming out I think in April. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and introduce you guys to a brand new character by the name of Alex Humberto, or Alejandro Humberto. Humberto, he's from, if you guys seen earlier in this video, he is from the Dominican Republic, or the DR, as many of the cool kids are saying nowadays. And since Alex has been 10 years old, he's always been a fan of baseball. And growing up, he idolized many Dominican players, but there was one particular he loved, and he actually got to meet growing up, and that is Big Papi. I'm talking about Big Papi. I'm talking about David Ortiz, probably one of the greatest DH hitters in the game. Well, today, his dreams, hopefully here today, his dreams will come true, as we are going to bring him to life here in this series. And this series will be a little different than from past Road to Shows. If you guys have been following my on the main channel with my series there in Road to Glory, it's gonna be pretty similar like that. We're gonna have some stuff that goes off, it's off the field. You'll introduce, we'll get to know his family. His family is actually close friends with David Ortiz and their family, and he's actually been a part of one of David Ortiz, and I think he does in real life. This is in real life, but he does have a baseball clinic that he has down there in the Dominican Republic. And Alex has joined this clinic, and so much so that he convinced his family to move to the States. His dad is actually works with the Dominican Republic government, and so he got we call like a ambassadorship to the U.S. and moved his family there to hope to get his son's dreams come to life. So Alex is moved to Orlando, Florida, and him and his family have been living there for a little over a couple of years now. And Alex just recently graduated high school, and Big Papi been putting good words with him about trying to get him maybe part of the into baseball, particularly in the Red Sox organization. So that's where he's going to probably be. Well, for the most part here, that's where he's going to be playing. I'll just cut to the chase here. He's going to work his way through the Red Sox organization to see if he can potentially be a Red Sox Major League Baseball player there for Boston. So yeah, that's his favorite team. He wants to play for them so bad, and we'll see on this journey, because if you've been following the series, the other series on my main channel, you'll know that there's been a lot of twists and turns for a lot of the characters there. Some of them I never did expect. Others I think wow, like that was cool. Like that, I'm kind of glad they went there now. So it's, hopefully you guys get a chance to check out the channel. I'll leave a link down below for all of them. I'll leave a link to their complete series. There's a list. I have several listed series of them, so you can start at any point of the series. From everything from a lot of the characters have been started from MLB 14 or 15, whenever they were starting to do these year-to-year saves, all the way up to the most recent game, which is this one. So you'll see, there's volumes of them. So like with my character, Simon Unger and I believe Theo Bonds, they have different chapters or different volumes from each and every single game they've been through. So everything from 14 all the way up to this game, they'll have different, their own chapter or volumes, I should say, of the series, and where you guys can start in at, or you can watch the complete list, which I'll leave. Like I said, I'll leave the links down there, here in the description there for this video. But this was a tough one because the last couple of years they've been changing the archetypes here. I was thinking about doing small ball, and I was thinking about doing rock steady. Then I was like, you know what? Let's do Mr. Utility. And then I realized, wait a minute. In my head, I kept thinking of Willie Mays, and his character or his archetype is Anomaly. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have Alex be an anomaly for the Boston Red Sox, and of course we're gonna pick his personality here. And they got the four different personality types. I can speak. Jeez, I'm tongue-tied now. They got Maverick, they got Captain, Heart and Soul, and of course Lightning Rod. And each of those have something that goes with another, and they also tell you which ones go with what. Best with the other two tiers you get. So as we take a look here, I'm kind of going through all of those. You guys, if you can read it quick enough as I'm going through them, best of luck to you. But a lot of you probably already know what the archetypes are, so I'm trying some different archetypes that I haven't really used here, which, like I said, there's not that many, so probably have the same kind of archetype system with another player or whatever. But every year they add something new to the game and whatnot. So like I said, this is gonna be a series that's gonna come up. I'm gonna try to have it come up at least 3 times a week. So it'll be our Monday, Wednesday, and Friday series. Because our Tuesday, Thursday series is, of course, our Stanford Cardinals series. And then our weekends kind of series are the golf and NASCAR that we currently have here on the channel. So, this will be so you'll know for sure that these, this is a series that you'll see at least 3 times a week. I don't know. I was thinking about every other week, but I don't know. It just depends on how many episodes I can get up here, as I'm trying to get race here and try to get enough episodes up for at least for the first 2 or 3 weeks, as I'm getting ready to go back to work full time. And my schedule is going to be kind of a little altered some excuse me, as we go along here. But yeah, Alex, him and his family moved to Orlando, Florida, and they went to a cool, I actually looked this place up. It's a really cool academy, baseball academy. It's called the Action Force Baseball Academy. And a lot of major leaguers, up there's I guess a place where they brought up a lot of these current Major League Baseball players. Some of these young guys that maybe you haven't heard yet or have heard, but they're playing the minors right now, who have a lot of high potential into, making it to Major League Baseball, enough to get drafted and then eventually get called, go from, from 1A to 2A to AAA, and then petition to the majors. So that's the kind of direction that with Alex here, that's what we went with. Yeah. As we take a look here at his new his look here, and every year I go through this. I have so much fun with it, with the different hairstyles like that. And I'm thinking, every season, I've been doing this here now. I don't know if you guys, especially the ones that have been who have been following me on the main channel. I've been trying to change the guys' facial hair up every couple of months. So kind of paying attention to that here in this series. Every so often I'm gonna change their facial hair, or I might change their hairstyle or something like that. Especially if they're going to playoffs, we'll have a playoff beard. That's those kind of quirky little superstitions that ball players have. Because I know I had them when I was playing baseball when I was in college. So, but yeah, take a look here. I got a different look here. Not going to change too much here. I kind of like using the default settings here when it comes to players, and then just trying to find a decent look to them, what they would my idea of this character would look like, and then I kind of alter some things, give him a little scar here and there or something like that. But he's a pretty good looking guy there. So we'll see if the ladies will be he's a young baseball player, so I'm sure the ladies will be flocking towards him, especially as he is from the Dominican Republic. He's gonna have a accent to him and stuff like that. But let's go with the batting stance here. And this, I wanted to do a batting stance that was really close to someone that came from the Dominican Republic. So I was looking up different players that came from the Dominican Republic. You got guys like Miguel Cabrera, or not necessarily from the Dominican Republic, but have Dominican Republic, ancestry. So Albert Pujols is another one that we were looking at. As you take a look there, Albert Pujols has 3 different ones. He has one, his original one, I guess, and then he has one from 2001, and then most recently the 2018 stance. So he has 3 different stance. I think I went with the original stance of his, because the last time I think I used that stance was probably back when I did the very first Roto Show here that I ever did on YouTube, which was the Theo Bonds. That was his original team he was with was the Cardinals, which is a cool one. If you guys can find it here or find it there on the channel, it's still listed, but I don't know if it's somewhere in there on the main channel. But definitely check it out. It's, if you want to. I mean, the video is kind of when I first started out, so bear with me. But yeah, that was the first time I kind of had him kind of mimic Albert Pujols. I think that was MLB 13. I did that one in, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it sounds about right. So anyway, but yeah, we're just trying to see what this with all these series there, we try to see where we can how far we can get into this. And so far, you guys have been enjoying all my series on there. And I decided, what, let's create another guy. The last time we had an outfielder was supposed to be DeMarcus King, but he ended up becoming a short or a second baseman. And I'm like, okay, okay, so he's a second baseman now. I never did, change him back to a center fielder, which originally that's what he was. So I said this time, you know what, we're going to make an outfielder, we're going to make a center fielder, and we're going to stick to this position no matter what, regardless of what they say. We're sticking with this position. So that's the plan, that's the goal here in this one. This first episode, you guys will get to see the showcase. Nothing really new compared to past years. I mean, they've added some new stuff here and there. I mean, I guess presentation wise and whatnot, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same. But yeah, we'll get into that in the first episode here. Apparently now this year, the one thing they did change, it used to be you had to play 3 games. Now you only play 2. So we'll be playing either one of the other 3 teams, which is the East, the West, or the Central. And I'm not for sure. I can't remember. It's been a couple days now since I've seen this footage here. What team we're playing against, but you see, they got, like I said, they've added so many cool stuff here in this year's game, where you can, everything from, what type of tape you want on there, what type of back grain do you want, all that kind of cool stuff on there. I love this type of stuff, especially baseball games. I love it so much. That's why I have not started a baseball franchise on the main channel, because I'm especially my Kansas City Royals series, that's been so much fun putting that together, and just putting that team together. Really, just it's been so much fun. The same thing with my Cardinals series, which you guys can definitely check out on the other channel. Matter of fact, I'll leave a link down below for it also. But yeah, what I was saying was, it's so cool that they have all this the cool stuff in here, and you could style your, make them be pimping out there on the field. There, we're gonna do a semi-flat kind of a hat, and then you got flat. Actually, I kind of like the flat look there. I got a couple hats that look like that now. That I just recently bought. But yeah, there you see the different types of helmets you got, and then you got the flaps. If you got no flaps, one flap. If you got the double flap, which a friend of mine, he always puts double flaps on his guys' helmets all the time. I don't know why, but he does. I don't get it. You see elbow guard too, and then you got you can get a large elbow guard or a small one. And I decided to go with one kind of just in the middle there. And then they got the color shin guards and all that kind of stuff. So I pretty much went with the kind of just a basic look for him. I didn't want him geared up too much. After looking at some of this footage here, because I was actually editing some stuff, I kind of want to change some things. So, from time to time, you'll see a different change in his look. I've had a couple players now. I think Simon Unger. I think he's the only one that doesn't have I think he is. I think he's the only one that doesn't have any gloves on. Everybody else has gloves. So with him, with Humberto, I decided, okay, let's go back to using gloves. Batting gloves there. But like I said, they got so many cool new stuff in here, so many different versions and just different styles of this that I could be here. And I literally was. I had to cut down even this footage here. To the point where I'm like, okay, I gotta focus. Because there's so much stuff you can put on your guy here, and that's what I've been hearing about this upcoming year's game. They even got more accessories and stuff like that to put on your guy, which it's crazy that they'll do that. As for his number, nothing's really special about his number, with the exception of I decided I didn't want to have him have number 34 because that's a Red Sox number. That's kind of a sacred number now because of Big Papi. So I decided to give him half of what 34 is, which is 17. So that's the only thing about the number that's really significant about him. Usually my players, they have a number for a precise reason. Maybe a favorite player in that position that I currently like, or for my guy on my roadshow character number 4. I had that number when I was in high school, and then I had it again in college, and then I kind of just stuck with it, and then I found out that it was 4. I think it was whatever my number is. And it's just some of the number that I really enjoyed having a small number on my back. I don't know. There's just something about that number, which is something just said, hey, wear me. As we take a look here at some more of the equipment here, you got eyewear. You can have your player wear his eyewear, on top of his head, or you can have him just wear it at fielding only, or you can have him wear it both fielding and batting. So you got different styles there. So it's pretty cool there. We'll go with that look there. That's a sharp look on him. Then you can custom. Apparently, you can color the frames now, the lenses. So you can do a lot of stuff in this game now. I think at some point here, once we get to the Red Sox, maybe we'll customize his gear more towards their colors, especially his sunglasses and stuff like that. So more and more we get there, and like I said, our goal is to try to stay on this, try to get through this showcase, and then get him signed to the Red Sox. I don't know if you can do still, because you used to be able to go through the draft, or you can just pick your team just by random. So I don't know if they still have that in there, because like I said, it's been a while since I've looked at this footage. Now it's been a couple days since I played this. So if we don't have to go through the draft, we're not gonna go through the draft. We'll just sign him automatically to the Red Sox, like he was just signed. Just like, okay, we're gonna sign you. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do that. So as you take a look there, welcome to Row the Show. The journey begins for the Bowman Scouting Day event. And of course, all the scouts from all 30 teams are gonna be there. And this is just with the instructor or the narrator, which I decided to get rid of that because of copyright issues and whatnot. But there you see, Alex, getting warmed up there, getting stretched out, getting ready for this game, and trying to get his future and his dream to come to life here as he's running the 60-yard dash there. Looks like he ran a pretty good one there. He's excited about it. So there you see there. Of course, as a center fielder, you gotta be speedy. You gotta take over that. You got a lot of real estate out there to take care of. So we'll see here. He's talking to, I guess, scouts or the other prospects here, and kind of talking to each other and see what each other are thinking, and kind of shake off the jitter of the nerves and stuff. So see here, we're just doing some batting here, trying to get our draft stock up here. And honestly, a lot of people say, "Oh, I want to try to be the first pick. I want to be in the first round." Blah blah blah. I try to play the game as realistic as I can. So whatever I'm, I always try to get a decent mood when I try to play baseball, especially when I'm starting a new Road Show character. Be in that good mood, try to hopefully have some good vibes, and then just see where he goes. Just do what we can and just build our stock here as much as possible. And then, where we go, that's where we go. I mean, you don't know there's not too many guys that were drafted in the first round that are still playing baseball right now. You guys, there's guys in the, in the 10th or 9th or back then it had like several, like the 77th round or whatever it was. They were household names. So, or now today household names. So, I'm not worried about our draft stock too much. I mean, I want to make sure we do well and be well, and we get some attention. But at the same time, it's not a thing that we like. Oh, we have to be a top 10 pick. If we're not a top 10 pick, it's either top 10 or not, or bust. So it's not like that. As you see here, we're gonna work on our outfielding here. So we're talking with the scouts there and getting some tips there from them, some last minute tips. So we're gonna run some drills here and see how this goes. Of course, our stock draft didn't go too far up. They're in the batting situation, but fielding here, we're trying to do a decent job here of fielding, and just trying to get some shag some fly balls here, and just follow whatever directions they give us to worry about. So like throw this second or throw the third or something like that, or throw home. And of course, we're not, our arm's not fully strong yet. We're not like 99 overall, so we're still, we're just, in the learning process here. And, once we start playing some actual games here in the minor leagues and start getting our attributes up, then, we'll become a better, and more fluent and more, productive baseball player as we go along in our journey here. But I will have to say, I think by far my favorite Road Show character right now, besides myself, would probably have to be Simon Unger. He's had a really good story in his Road Show there. The next one I probably have to say after that will probably be DeMarcus, because he had a really good story. It's still continuing right now. He's coming back from an injury, and he is starting to light up the baseball world with his bat right now, and his ability there in second base that he's been playing now for a couple seasons. And then I would say the other one, I would have to probably say, I'm forgetting about my pitcher. Wow. I'm forgetting about Diego Torres. Really good pitcher. That's a really funny story. You guys got to check that out. His dream is to play as a Dodger. He's a big Clayton Kershaw fan. So we didn't get drafted by the Dodgers, but we did get drafted by the Cubbies, and we had a pretty good year, first year with the Cubbies. Did pretty decent. But then after the first season, we were like rookie of the year. I mean, we brought lights out. We went through the rankings of the Cubbies organization, got called up, and had a really good year. And the couple months, that September call up or whatever we had, actually got called up pretty early. I think it was like a July call up or something like that. We were just killing it, and after the season was over with, they traded us, and they trade us within the division to the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah. It's a good Road to Show. Definitely check it out. Like I said, I'll leave the links down below for you guys to check those out. It's a really good road to show. And ever since then, he's had, I mean, all the games I play against, anytime we play against the Cubbies, it's an event. I'm telling you guys, it's an event. And then I probably would say the one that's probably Roadshow series that probably gets underneath my skin the most is probably poor old Theo Bonds. Poor Theo Bonds. His Roadshow character. He wants to get out of Detroit so bad. All right, so here we are at the Topps showcase here, game 1. It's the international team taking on, I think, the Western team. So we'll see how well we do in this one here. As you see all the scouts there with their notebooks and all that kind of stuff, jotting down some notes and seeing what they can, write down and what they can see from out of us by playing this game here. So Robert Sneed is the pitcher there for the West, 21-year-old, 5'10", 170 pounds, and we'll see what we can do against him here in this game as we take our first at bat here, top of the 3rd, and we'll get into action here and see what he can do. We have an 0-1 count on us right now. And so we're going to see what his pitch is like. And ooh, we're going to good one. And that one's going to go right to right field for a base hit. And that puts Mr. Humberto on board. So nice job there from Humberto. As he shows the replay there. Slaps that one over the right field. And he is a left fielder. He's my second left fielder. Or, excuse me, not left fielder. He's a center fielder, but he's my second lefty that I've ever created in a series. Simon Unger is the only switch hitter that we have right now, and the other lefty is DeMarcus King, actually, true lefty. So we got 2 true lefties. Everyone else, actually no, I take that back, 3 lefties. Diego is the second or the first pitcher. It's a left-handed batter. He throws left and hits left. So Humberto here is second at bat here, top of the 4th, 0-2 count, and he is going to get thrown out there at second on that routine play. So far he's 1 for 2 here today, and we'll try to see if he can try to do better here. In this situation now, he's going to be in the outfield, so we'll see his abilities down here in the outfield here. So a full count now for the batter. And we'll see a fly ball out here, and we'll see if we can get this one here. Oh, nice job there from him as he's going to throw that one off to the cutoff man, and gets that one there, but gets away from the cutoff man, I think, there. And so not a good throw there from Roberto, but he does get the catch and leaves the runner there at second base. As we take a look at the replay there, a little delay there on the reaction, but he gets there on time and makes the play. So top of the 6th here, 1 on, 2 out, 0-2 count here for Humberto. Try to see if he can move this runner over, and he's swinging a miss there on that 4-seam fastball, high and away there on him. Could not get that one. Might want to check that bat for a hole, as it leaves one stranded there. So top of the 8th now here, 1 on board, 2 out once again here. The international team leads us 2-1. And with a full count here for for Humberto. See, I got to get used to that because I got so many darn characters now. Humberto flies that one out to his center fielder counterpart there for the final out. So, international team still leads it by a run here. And we'll see how this one goes. And they look like they're going to go ahead and win this one. They'll win this one 2-1 as Humberto goes 1 for 4 in this ball game. So not a great start that he would want probably, but nonetheless here, he has another chance to make it up as we get ready for the second game here coming up. And you'll see that coming up in episode number 2. So Humberto, not the best start that he's had here, but he still has another shot here to get his draft stock up and try to play well and do well coming up here in this next road to show episode. So that's episode 1. Like I said, we got plenty of I already got the first 4 or 5 episodes ready for you guys for this series. And like I said, this will be a series that'll be up. I'll try to get it up 3 times a week. We'll try maybe every. Well, yeah, we'll try every other week maybe. I don't know. Things may change, but definitely I cannot wait to start this series. And there you see what our current scouting report looks like there. But we'll definitely come back and see what he can do in this second showcase game. Hopefully he'll be better. Hopefully he'll get the jitters, you know, those big game jitters out of him, and hopefully he'll be able to step up to the plate and have a good showcase and try to build up that draft stock for himself. So if you guys enjoyed today's episode, the first episode of the new Road to Show character here on ESGNet LP with Alex Humberto on MLB 20, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. Like I said, I'll leave also down below the link to the main channel so you guys can check out the other Roadshow characters that are on the channel. Also, I'll leave a link to those Roadshow characters if you want to go straight to them. They're good. I got some good series over there with those. I think you guys will really enjoy it and really like those characters also. So that's it for this episode. Also, we do have a Patreon page if you'd like to be a part of Patreon and help out the channel that way by helping us out, by helping us get raise money for getting new equipment and such stuff for the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. There's 3 tiers, 3 different tiers. You guys can check it out there. Each of those tiers tell you what you get for helping us, and it starts as low as $1 a month there on Patreon. So thank you guys again for watching, and stay tuned for more Alex Humberto Road to the Show here on MLB 20. As always, stay safe, wear a mask, keep yourselves and each other healthy, and I'll see you guys next time.